The flooding on January 22nd has been described as historic. That day, meteorologist Megan Parry helped guide viewers through the ever-changing conditions. And tonight, we follow through as Megan explains that with climate change, events like this are becoming more common.
That's right. This storm brought catastrophic flooding to parts of San Diego. It was particularly intense over southern San Diego, as seen in this drone video. And another neighborhood hard hit by the storm, Mountain View. This is what it looked like on radar that morning, the red indicating pouring rain that fell for hours. And from satellite, an impressive moisture plume aimed directly at Southern California. So why did we see so much rain? Well, this storm was fueled by an unusually strong Pacific jet stream that was also tapping into an atmospheric river aimed at Southern California. So we can measure storms in a number of ways, including how much rain fell and how fast that rain fell, both historic on January 22nd. Wow. Downtown saw 2.73 inches of rainfall that day, the most daily rainfall since 1860, and the fourth wettest day of all time. The speed at which the rain fell, also historic. To give you some perspective, this is what a quarter-inch per hour rainfall rate looks like. This is an inch and a half per hour. On January 22nd, multiple rain gauges recorded 2 to 2.5 inches of rain in 1 hour. In just 3 hours, everyone in the metro area had 2 to 4 inches of rain. That makes this a 1,000-year event. In a warming world, heavy rain events like these are becoming more likely. The relationship between air temperature and water vapor is governed by the laws of thermodynamics, and it says for every increase in 1 degree temperature, the atmosphere can hold 4% more moisture. That might not seem like much, but according to Climate Central, an independent group of scientists and communicators, it has noticeable effects. They analyzed the average annual temperature trend across the U.S. and found that since 1970, the U.S. average temperature has warmed by 2.6 degrees, meaning the atmosphere can now hold about 10% more moisture. And the top 10 hottest years have all occurred in the last 10 years. This extra moisture in the atmosphere is contributing to heavier downpours. Hourly rainfall intensity has increased across the U.S., with the largest spike in the central and southwest regions. The U.S. has seen an increase by about 20% on average of heavy rainfall days since 1950. And while San Diego, records kept at Lindbergh Field, is seeing on average 1 more day a year of 1 inch of rain or more. And you look at the wettest days, they're also trending wetter by about ½ an inch. Climate change is essentially supercharging the water cycle, causing more extreme rainfall and with it, a higher risk of flooding. The Intergovernmental Panel on Climate Change reports with high confidence that both the frequency and intensity of heavy rainfall events have increased globally since the 1950s, largely due to human-caused climate change. But climate change isn't just about more rain. It's about more extremes. We're not necessarily seeing more rain annually, but when storms do hit, they're producing much more rain in shorter periods. And it's not just worse floods, we're also seeing worse droughts.
Stunning numbers, Megan. What can we do to try to prevent this?
So that's all that we can do, right? We can try and prevent as much as we can. And climatologists say cutting greenhouse gases will slow the rise of global temperatures. And for all of us, being prepared ahead of time for flooding, but also droughts or wildfires.
Great information. Thank you, Megan.